Alrighty. Hello, everyone. What's going on, everybody? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Happy Christmas Eve. I'm Darkside Phil, and I welcome you to my gameplay stream for the day. Although, let's be honest here, this stream will be a lot less about focusing on gameplay and a lot more about just having a good time. Being chill, being fun, being merry, interacting, and just having a really, in general, fun day. Welcome everyone to my holiday gaming marathon for 2018. This should be a pretty good time. What are we going to be doing today? Let's talk a little bit, everybody. Let's talk about what you can expect, right? Well, first of all, there will be games. Make no mistake. It's a gaming marathon. There's definitely going to be some games to be played on the stream, of course. And it will be a variety. It's going to be a mix of probably 4 games, which my patrons nominated to be played during this event. I've already thought out about what I really want to do and what I don't want to do today to try to make this a better event for you, the streaming audience, because let's face it, you guys are the ones who are going to be here all day hanging out with me, right? So, what is on the agenda? First of all, I'm dressed up in merry. Whoa, the camera... I'm dressed up in merry. Oops, the camera's like way off. Hello, everybody. Let's actually get the camera positioned properly. I think I whacked it. Or actually, you know what it is? It's because yesterday I played Final Fantasy IV. So I was over on the PC, so it was in the wrong position. Yes, welcome everyone to the beginning of my holiday gaming marathon for 2018. I hope you all are having a good day. And as we are here, everyone, I've already begun with my holiday drinking festivities as I said I would. Already halfway into an eggnog here on the pre-stream, okay? And I hope that you guys and gals are looking forward to a very fun and festive day. So, what is on the agenda today? Let's talk a little bit so you guys understand what we're going to be doing. Gaming, at least 4 games, if not more. In fact, I can almost guarantee you there's going to be more than 4 games played here on the stream today. Typically, when I do a marathon, I'll play a game for an hour to an hour and a half until people start getting bored, and then I switch. The games that we have selected for today are going to basically be games that aren't super serious. In fact, the game that's kind of the most serious, I've purposely put first. So that way, if I end up getting a little bit inebriated or whatever, I can get through the game that's going to be a tougher game or more frustrating game first before I move on to other games. So God Hand. This will be the game that we actually start off with. This is a game that I played during a marathon earlier this year. It was actually the Rage-a-thon during the summer months. And I played it for about an hour and a half, I would say. And I didn't really rage that much. Although, although I did have some issues with a boss or two and with a stage or two. You know, now going back to it for about another hour and a half to see if I can get any further in the game. Honestly, I don't really remember the controls. I remember the game itself. I don't remember the controls at all. So I'm going to have to try to relearn everything. I don't know how the hell this is going to go. Okay. So we're going to do God Hand. Then we're going to switch it up. It's either going to be H1Z1 or Home Alone 2, depending on what people on the stream want to see. Okay. We'll see if people are more in the mood for Battle Royale or more in the mood for, you know, a festive holiday game. And we'll do that for a bit. And then we'll probably mix it up again. Street Fighter V will be played today, and I'm thinking that's going to kind of be in the middle of the stream. So, you know, after 3.5 hours, maybe then we'll do some Street Fighter V. And I've actually heard they've rebalanced the entirety of the game. So the game is completely different. Like, every character's rebalanced, tweaked again. And now people are like, oh, Phil, did you hear Ryu's actually, like, not the worst in the game now? See, I don't know. I don't play the game. I haven't played it since... when was the last time I played it? September? So, you know, will I even notice the balance change? Honestly, I'm probably not even going to remember how to play. Just being honest. I'm not going to remember any of the stuff that I had learned from months ago because it's been months since I played the game. And I doubt I'm going to remember it right away. So more than likely that session's going to be kind of meh, just me dying a ton or whatever. Maybe I'll mess around and try characters that I've never even played with before just to dick around. Because being very honest with you guys, I don't give a shit about that game or its rankings or nothing. So if I lose 5 million ranking points, I just don't care. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing Street Fighter, and then, you know, like I said, either Home Alone or H1Z1. And then, after all that, after we've played all these games later, at one point, there will be a live DSP Tries It. That's right, live, here on the stream, will be an episode of DSP Tries It. I've never done that before, but we're going to do it absolutely live here on the stream. And see how it goes, okay? Then, later on in the day, as we're getting towards the second half of the event, basically what I'll do is ask you guys what you want to see me do. Maybe you want to see me do some Black Ops 4 multiplayer, whether it's Blackout, Battle Royal, or maybe you guys want to see me do some Minecraft. Now, honestly, I probably don't want to do Minecraft in my own world because especially if I'm drinking all day and I'm tipsy at that point, I'm probably not going to want to mess around with my own world that I've now been putting, 10 plus hours of work into, and accidentally fuck it all up, right? I think I'd rather do, maybe just do random stuff where I join random servers, or so I was thinking maybe there's holiday servers out there, like Christmas themed servers that I can join and do silly stuff in and see what people have come up with. I think that would be pretty neat, to mess around with, at least for a little bit, and do some fun stuff, right? I think that'll be good. I think that'll be a lot of fun. And I think overall today's stream, the whole point of today's stream is to be chill and have fun and be merry. It's not about serious gameplay. It's not about, oh my god, I have to win matches in Street Fighter, or I have to make serious advancement in a game that I'm playing. It's more about just dicking around and having fun. You know what I mean? So, there you go. That's kind of the point. As you can see, I'm already dressed up in my holiday attire. This is my dragon sweater that I have for the holidays, and I do have other things in store for you guys as well later on in the stream that I will be doing. So it's going to be a fun, chill stream with a holiday vibe. Outside of just eggnog, which I'm starting with today, I basically have a lot of Christmas-themed beers. I have one that's like reindeer beer that's cranberry flavored. I have one that's hazelnut and chocolate. I have 2 or 3 of them that are just like special Christmas brews with different kinds of spices and hops and stuff in them. A lot of Christmas themed stuff. And, ladies and gentlemen, the one I did not drink yesterday, the one I did not drink last year, Santa's Butt, I still have it unopened, and I will be drinking that live on stream today. I 100% will be drinking Santa's Butt live on the stream today, okay? So, I know people last year were disappointed I didn't drink it. This year, I'm drinking it a year later. It's still in my fridge, and I'm still drinking it. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, so I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited for the festive vibe of today. Yeah, feeling good. And today should be just a nice day to hang out with you guys and gals, Nothing too stressful, which is good. Nothing too stressful, no ongoing playthrough that I have to worry about narrative or anything like that. You know what I mean? It should be a good time. It should be a good time, and it should be a fun day, all right? Tomorrow, I am going to be doing a Christmas Eve podcast where I'll be doing completely different stuff. Instead of gaming like I'm doing today, tomorrow's podcast will be focused more on me just kind of spending time with you guys and gals and talking about a lot of things. We're going to talk about how this year went, both personally and professionally. So I'll be talking about stuff that, personal life, but also, how my business went this year. Then we're going to be talking about Christmas traditions, things that I did this year to celebrate Christmas. And things that I'm sure, you guys have done. I cannot wait to talk to you about, like, Christmas traditions and the like. And then I'll be doing a 2019 calendar update where I'll be going through all the new releases of 2019, all right, and making a big calendar update for you guys so you know what to expect for me playing games next year. So it should be fun. It should be a good podcast tomorrow. For those who can be here live. If not, that's fine, obviously. Should be a good time tomorrow. No second stream tomorrow. I'm spending tomorrow night with Kat. And then Christmas Day, I'm off. All right? And that's actually a rarity. I don't think I've had a Christmas Day off. Holy shit, I can't remember. I seriously cannot remember the last time I just took Christmas Day off and did nothing. I always seem to work on Christmas Day, but this year, I'm actually taking the day off to be with Kat. We actually have all this stuff planned where we're going to have a breakfast together. We're going to bake stuff together that day. We're going to have a nice dinner together. We have things we want to do around the house. We're going to do a lot of things together. So it's going to be a good day for us because we haven't had a day just together to do stuff together and not having to worry about, oh, it's our day off this week. We have to run out and do errands and we have to run out and do all this shit. We haven't had a day like that in a long time. So this should be good. This should be a good time for us. And then I'll be back on the 26th, which is Wednesday, with the multiplayer madness. I'm going to be coming back. I usually do this around the holidays. I used to do this all the time. Rather than coming back so serious-like and be like, oh, man, we got to start playthroughs immediately, right? What I think I'm going to do is on the 26th, just do multiplayer gaming. So I'll probably do some Black Ops 4 multiplayer as well as some Smash Brothers Ultimate multiplayer. So we have a fun day of just kind of online multiplayer silliness rather than worry about, got to get back into the grind of things. But then on Thursday, the 27th, I will be getting back to the grind of things with the continuing Final Fantasy IV playthrough and the return of my Minecraft chill streams. FYI, I now found out that Friday is going to be my day off for the week to actually do other stuff like run errands, go grocery shopping, etc. So Friday I'm off, but I'll be back on Saturday. And Saturday, I think what I'm going to do, is I think on Saturday I'm going to do Deltarune. Okay, now this is a game that really isn't a full game at all. I guess what's supposed to be is like a teaser or preview of whatever the next game is going to be from the makers of Undertale. And this came out of nowhere in November, early November. It just released for free on the internet. And I was so busy with so many new releases, there was no way I was going to be able to just drop everything to play this game. But people have wanted to see me play it since then. And I don't understand why people wanted to, but they did. They wanted to see me play it today during the holiday stream, which would have made no sense. It's slow-paced. It's a narrative-based game. It's an RPG-style game. It's a game that you want to pay attention to. If I'm drinking all day and it's a game we're only going to play for an hour, hour and a half, it literally makes zero sense to play it during today's event. So I made the executive holiday decision as the chief Santa in charge today. I said, we're not doing Deltarune on today's stream, but this weekend I will do a major stream to play it, okay? So there you go. Yes, there you go. That will be probably Saturday. And then, moving forward, okay, what I'm going to be doing is continuing on with Final Fantasy IV. And I'm also going to be doing more Minecraft. I'm probably going to be doing more Blackout. And I'll be honest, I'm probably going to now integrate Street Fighter V back into the mix. I think that's something that people want to see. You want me to see me starting to get back in the Street Fighter V and try to learn the balancing changes and everything they've done to the game. So that's going to return as well. But outside of all that, my year-end stuff is going to begin very soon. There's two things that I'm doing for year-end, the most disappointing games countdown, as well as my Game of the Year awards. These are going to be live streams this year instead of edited videos. So I'm going to be live streaming these countdowns on Twitch as separate streaming events, and they should be good, and I think that you guys are going to enjoy them, okay? So that's coming up, as well as more stuff. I'm sure what's going to end up happening is we'll talk a little bit, you and me, and we'll figure out what kind of stuff do you guys want to see me do in January. Because right now, there's pretty much no new releases. I've finished up almost everything that was like a lingering release. It's looking like if I do like one major stream of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I may level up enough to fight the Medusa and finish that game completely. So maybe I'll do one major stream of Assassin's Creed Odyssey coming up. You know, but outside of that, I'm pretty much done with all of my ongoing games that I've been doing. And at this point, it'll be about us figuring out what do you guys want to see kind of in early January until new games start releasing. Because the big major releases for January are coming out later on in the month. And I need to kill some time, obviously, between now and then. Does this mean that you want to see me go and maybe do a run through Dark Souls where I'm a mage or something, you know, a sorcerer build or whatever that I've never done before and play Dark Souls Remastered? Does it mean you want to actually see me try to rush through a game like Shenmue 2, which I don't think you want to see me rush through, which I would have to do at this point? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what to do during that early time in January when we're going to have a lot of open days for gameplay. I don't know what you guys want to see me do. So I may just kind of open up everything and let you see what your input is, okay? And by the way, I'm not, for example, Smash Brothers Ultimate, I'm not dropping that. I like that game, but I don't think that's a game that's now going to hold interest as a mainstream every day anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I was doing it for a while, but after 2 weeks, the interest wanes, and even though I will be doing it as multiplayer sessions here and there, I'm certainly not going to be doing that as a main focus. You know, I want to try to figure out something else to do as kind of a main thing. So we'll see. We'll see what you guys want to do. You know, I'm not really too concerned about it right now. We still got some time between now and we get to that point. It's probably about a week away at least before we even get to that point where, okay, what do you guys want to see me do? But that's kind of a rough idea what you guys can expect in the next week. Okay? Fair enough? All right. Let's see. I'm trying to think. If there's anything else that I want to mention before we kind of get to the traditional stuff. In fact, now that you've seen me in my festive attire, I guess we can go back to the pre-stream role rather than you just staring at my PS4 dashboard here. So, let's talk, everyone. Let's be honest here, all right? I want to say something up front. I want to be very honest with all of you. As you know, I'm a very honest guy. And a lot of people hate me for that, but I think that I pride myself on being honest, all right? You guys have been incredibly helpful this month so far. You know, you guys heard on Thanksgiving about my financial difficulties coming up in 2019, and you've been very supportive. This month on Twitch has been a great month. Everyone's been, you know, first of all, attendance has been up. Everyone's been contributing. It's been a good month overall, really has. Then we have Emerald 7 who came in here and who was very generous and who gifted, no lie, probably about 1,300 subs to the channel. And that's why right now I'm at a record high number of subs. I think it's 1,802 or more subs at this point. Pretty crazy, right? How many subs we have right now. And that's amazing. But I just want to say this up front because sadly, as you guys know, whenever I get any kind of a modicum or iota of success, there are people who are assholes, who will completely make stuff up, who will try to spin things negatively and try to ruin stuff. So, you know, I've had great momentum these past few weeks. People watching my Smash Brothers gameplay, people enjoying my Final Fantasy IV. The Minecraft in particular has been a huge hit. Okay, it has been a huge hit. And, you know, I'm looking forward to more. I am. But what's happened, I've noticed these past few days, is we've had people coming into the streams under the guise of being viewers, which they're not, and coming in and saying, oh, Phil, happy to hear that, you know, you've been so successful and you raised so much money that you've exceeded your goals for next year and you're all good to go now. You know, great news, Merry Christmas. And the reason they're doing this is because what they want is people like you who come in and maybe you are not here. You know, maybe you're not a person who's here on every stream. You're not, right? And most people who watch me are not. You're not people who are going to be here every day. You come in when you have a chance to watch me, you know, live, right? And maybe you've heard about the support that I've been getting, but you don't necessarily know about, you know, how much I've been getting or whatever. They want you to believe it. They want you to think that Phil is doing great and Phil now, you know, doesn't need any support. It's bullshit. They're doing this on purpose to basically spin it to sound. It's basically Tut syndrome, which is something that exactly that happened during the summer. Allow me to explain. We had a guy this summer that came in. His name was Tutankhamun. No one knew who the hell this guy was. And he came in here and he started just dropping large contributions like crazy. And he started doing this in August. And basically went all the way through September. And then by early October, the guy had lost his mind, apparently, or at least had been a guy who had been planning to do this all along. Basically started insulting me, started arguing with moderators for no freaking reason. It made no logical sense what was going on, to the point where he was arguing me and said, oh, I want all my money back and, you know, all my support. It's bullshit. Phil's a piece of crap. You know, basically insulting me. And it didn't make any sense. Like, nothing made any sense. It was just very confusing. So, basically, he tried to charge me back on everything. He was not successful, okay? I kept everything that he ever contributed, which is great. But what ended up happening was, for not even exaggeration, that entire month of October was the slowest month I've ever had on Twitch because Tut was gone, and everyone just assumed, oh, Tut's been so supportive of Phil, he's good. And it was the slowest month of the year, which makes no sense because it was the most games out for the year. You know what I mean? It wasn't that attendance or viewership was down. It was that people just assumed that everything was great and I don't need to, you know, Phil's good, I don't need to help out. And it ended up being a terrible month. And actually, that's why right now, no exaggeration, this month I am like strapped for cash because I should have made a good amount in October and I didn't because of Tut, basically. And now I just got paid for October and it's like nowhere near what I usually make on Twitch. And I'm like, oh shit, this is bad. Okay, so we're in a situation now where I'm actually right now in a bad position, and we got trolls coming in saying that I'm in an amazingly good position. They're basically trying to steer people the wrong way, okay? So the reason I'm saying it is please don't believe the nonsense. You're going to see people, I guarantee you will see people coming in today who are going to be doing this. And if you see the moderators banning them or whatever, whoa, why did that happen? Understand the reason the moderators are taking the actions they are is because of good reason. Obviously, you know, we don't want to have to do this, but when you have people who are so intent on actually hurting me to the point where they don't want me to be able to pay my financial obligations, they want me to lose everything. No, I'm not kidding. They want me to lose my house. They want me to lose everything. They don't want me to be able to stream again. Every day they do everything they possibly can to hurt me, especially now during this holiday season. They're still actively doing it on a daily basis. That's what kind of people these people are. You know, please understand everything they're saying is bullshit. Okay? So, thank you to those who've been supportive. Okay, I appreciate that very much. And thanks especially to Emerald 7, whoever this person may be, because we don't know who it is. Which is good, because unlike Tutankhamun, they didn't try to basically bogart the streams and make the streams all about themselves and get attention. Instead, it was just a kind of an anonymous, generous person, right? But the truth of the matter is, no, I have not raised enough money to take care of what's going to happen next year. I have not. I'm actually still far from raising enough to take care of it. And right now, just being honest with all of you, financially, I'm in a bad position. I'm actually really short for cash, to the point where I'm hoping that I can raise a good amount within the next couple of weeks. Because if I can't, I don't even know what's going to happen in early January. I don't know if I can pay the bills, because of it being the slowest month I've ever had, that, you know, in the last year on Twitch. And now I just got paid the least ever. Plus, by the way, YouTube ad revenue's been down constantly, and I just don't talk about it anymore. But YouTube ad revenue's in the toilet. Typically, I would get an increase around this time of year. No, it was just... It's awful this year, okay? So, just saying, don't believe their nonsense, okay? They do it all the time, on purpose, especially this time of year. They're trying to hurt me as much as they possibly can, all right? So, rather than me... See, I could have put up a goal today. I could have put up on stream, oh, here's a tips goal. And, you know, I don't think that that's really needed. I did that last year, and quite frankly, I don't think it's needed. I think that if you guys and gals want to contribute, you will. I don't think it's about getting a goal that's hit or anything like that. Which is why, as you can see, I just have the normal stat leaderboard for today. And I'll have the normal leaderboard. I just don't see the point in doing like a tips goal and stuff like that. I think that, again, if you wanted to help, you would. It's not that because you see, oh, there's a tips goal today, now all of a sudden you're inspired to contribute to a stream or something. I don't think that happens, okay? And I don't want to be one of those people who is constantly about, oh, guys, look how close we are to the tips goal. Look at it. I want to just focus on kind of interacting with you and having fun. You see what I mean? So please, if, you know, today, tomorrow, moving forward, you know, if you guys want to help with this situation I'm in, by all means, if you'd like to contribute, go right ahead. And, you know, I'm appreciative of anything you guys contribute. And please don't believe the bullshit. Even though we did have Emerald 7 be very, very generous, I didn't even come close to the point where I'd be in the clear for 2019. I don't even know why anyone would believe that, because you're basically believing bullshit from people who obviously are out to hurt me. So please don't, okay? All right. All right. So, just got a piece of ice in my mouth. Sorry. So, guys, that being said, let's very briefly go through some plugs. And then I'm going to do shout-outs for those of you who are here live on stream and have already contributed. Okay? So, thank you, everyone, for all of your support, in particular during this holiday season. It helps a ton. Okay? Thank you very much for that. That being said, if you'd like to know some of the ways that you can positively contribute around here and keep me streaming and help me out next year, here we go. First of all, there's my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil, where your monthly pledges earn you personal perks, which are rewards for your contributions. And in general, this month, in my opinion, the best perk reward is the $5 perk. If you pledge $5 or more to my Patreon, you will be able to nominate your favorite moments from my over 10-year legacy as a content creator for an upcoming retrospective event that will take place in January. It's actually going to take place right before the new releases hit in January, like Resident Evil 2 and Kingdom Hearts 3. This will be an event where basically I go back and I watch older events and things that I've done from the past. For example, podcasts, playthroughs, game reviews, vlogs, and I will react to those, but I will also do kind of behind-the-scenes commentary. I did an event like this in September. People absolutely loved it and asked me to do another one right away, and I said, sorry, guys, I can't really do it. Too many new games coming out. But now, finally, we're to the point where I'm going to have some time to do another one, okay? So, $5 or more pledge to my Patreon this month. You'll be able to nominate those events for us to watch during the event that's coming up in January, all right? Give it a look, patreon.com/darksidephil, and thank you very, very much. Appreciate that. There's also my Teespring store. You guys know all about that. Thanks to anyone who did buy some Teespring merch during this holiday season. It's much appreciated. If you get anything from my Teespring store, you're going to get a really high-quality collectible. I can attest to it because I own a bunch of them, some of them almost for 2 years now, and they haven't worn out at all. It's great stuff, all right? Thanks to anyone who buys anything from my Teespring. It's much appreciated. You'll see the link for that swing through here on the pre-stream in just a moment. If you're here live on the stream and you want to get a shout out during today's stream, you absolutely can. If you either cheer, sub, or tip, all right, I will give you a shout out during today's stream. Keep in mind, I'll be drinking and I'll be playing games. They'll be a little bit more difficult than usual, but I will do my absolute best to keep in, keep up with all of your contributions. All right. And all I ask is that if you are going to cheer, sub, or tip, to please try to follow the rules. We have rules on the stream for two reasons. Number one, to be in line with Twitch's terms of service. And number two, so that basically we can have a good chill time. You know, if we were no rules, we'd have people in here doing whatever they wanted, insulting each other, getting into dramatic fights and crap. And we don't want that. So please, no insults. Please, no negativity, no drama. Don't bring in stuff out from outside of the stream. For example, oh, Phil, did you hear this guy's insulting you? Did you hear this guy stole your content? Did you hear this? Did you hear that? None of that's needed. We don't care about that. All right. Let them have their own dramatic bullshit on their own, in their own places, and keep it out of here. That's not the vibe we want, right? That's why also we don't really allow politics and religion to be major topics of discussion, even though I don't necessarily outright ban those topics from being discussed. I do know that when we do talk about those things, they tend to be dividing and they tend to create disagreements in the chat. So please, today, keep those to a minimum. All right. If it becomes a topic of discussion, that's one thing, but we won't focus in on that stuff. All right. In general, when you're coming out to watch me on a stream, you're trying to relax. You're trying to chill. You're trying to have a fun, good time where you feel safe. You don't feel like you're going to get attacked. You don't want to be bombarded with drama and crap. You're probably trying to escape the real world, right? You've had enough of that crap during the day. You don't need more of that crap coming to my streams. So let's just have a fun, chill time today. I'll be drinking and being festive. You guys will be having fun. You know, let's just all chill and relax and have a good time today. All right. Now, if you would like to see a fun thank you animation play for your contribution, you can. If you either cheer 100 bits or more in a single cheer, if you tip me $5 or more in a single tip, or if you subscribe to the channel and click the share button, that will appear after you do. You'll see a fun, festive thank you message pop up. It's pretty cool, especially, you know, the ones for tipping and cheering are holiday themed, and you'll see those until the end of the month, but in particular today, they could be pretty cool. As you can see, we have a stream stats leaderboard, guys. I'll be updating that periodically, checking on sub count, checking on top cheerer and top tipper, and adding that on there. All right. Man, anything else? The only other thing I want to say, guys, right now today, and this is the truth, this is, again, me being honest, right now with the fact that, sadly, this is a really bad time for me financially because of what happened in October, tipping me today is the best way to help. If you are feeling generous and you want to contribute and you have the ability to choose between methods to contribute, tipping me today would be the best way to contribute, and it would help me out, in particular, coming up in early January when all my bills are coming due. All right. So, how do you tip me? There's two ways. If you look below the stream, there's a button that says Tips Jar. You can just click on that. Or if you don't see that button, you can just type in !tip into the stream chat. That will bring up the link. Okay. And, you know, then you could tip me that way as well. All right. So thank you to anyone who contributes anything. But again, tipping will help me the most during today. Okay. All right. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and do some shout outs, shall we? Do some shout outs for everyone who's contributed already. We've already got trolls in the stream chat, sadly. Lots of them. I'll go back to that in a moment to take care of it, but I'm feeling more positive. I want to do shout outs. So let's do shout outs. We start with Golden Colts, who did a bunch of cheers overnight. He did 100 bits, then 100 bits, then 85 bits. Thank you, Golden Colts, for those overnight cheers. And Antichrist Superstar cheered us at a 12-hour Minecraft stream. That will not happen today, although we may do some Minecraft later today, like I said. So, shout out to Darth B. the Corn, who resubbed today for the 4th month in a row and said, Merry Christmas, Phil. Time to get drunk and play some video games and have fun. Yes, today should be good. I am looking forward to it indeed. Steel Ship did a 500-bit cheer. He said, this is my jam. He was talking about the pre-stream music. I was playing some 8-bit Christmas music off of YouTube. All right, so Steel Ship is currently the top cheerer with 500 bits. Thank you very much, Steel Ship, for that. Okay. Let's see. Here we had a troll. Get rid of that. Antichrist Superstar said, DSP tries at decorating your Christmas tree while skunk drunk. Well, luckily, I already decorated the Christmas tree right after Thanksgiving. And no, I was not skunk drunk. I'd probably do a pretty poor job if I were skunk drunk trying to decorate the tree, just saying. So, Hardy Buck cheered. He says, I'm struggling to play Call of Duty Black Ops 4 because it's a letdown. Would you say it's one of the worst ones yet? What I would say is this. Ow. Ow, my neck. That has nothing to do with Black Ops 4. That was my neck being stiff. Well, I don't want to say it's absolutely, positively unplayable and the worst game ever. It's not, okay? That's an exaggeration. If I say stuff like that on stream, it's usually an over-exaggeration in the heat of the moment, just being honest. As I take a nice big sip of eggnog there. However, Black Ops 4's multiplayer, in my opinion, is a major step back for the franchise. For many years, the franchise was going in the direction of being more gimmicky, being more of a flashy, twitchy shooter for kids, rather than a serious game for people who actually want something that's competitive and or even fun. Okay? For me, I'm disappointed because Call of Duty World War II, I thought was a step in the right direction. It was basically a more modernized take on World War II. In fact, I liked the game so much, the only problem I didn't like it was the servers. The actual internet connections and servers were bad. So a lot of the times you'd have a match where it shows you shooting someone a million times first, then you instantly die. Then in the kill cam it shows, oh, they shot you first. Like, what the hell? And it was like that through its entire lifespan. The Sledgehammer Games, who made that game, never improved it. They focused on tweaking the game instead of improving the server experience and the online experience. And ultimately, I think the game was disappointing, not because of what they came up with for gameplay, but because the online experience was so poor, okay? In the case of Black Ops 4, just the gameplay experience is disappointing. I don't want a game where every 10 seconds there's a new gimmick, a new tool, a new drone, a new gadget that's fucking with the gameplay, and that's the whole game. Oh, someone put down a fucking a wall of microwave energy and it fucks everything up. Oh, you know, here comes a fucking airstrike that kills you 47 times on your spawn. You can't even fucking, you know, take 2 steps out of the spawn without getting killed by a new fucking kill streak or gadget. It's so dumb. And you know why they did it? Because they wanted the game to be flashy for kids. I hate to say it, but the attention deficit disorder kids who, they need explosions every moment, right? We need that every moment. I want a fucking robot coming in, and I want a fucking thing exploding, and I want this and that. Like, that's not what first-person shooters are about. If you actually want a competitive game, go back to the ones where Call of Duty originated from. It had none of that crap. That was all added on later to get more mainstream gamers to buy the games because they thought that the core gameplay elements were boring. So, for me, Black Ops 4, ultimately, it equates to the watering down of the franchise. You went in the right direction with World War II and made the game a lot more serious, and then you went like 20 steps back, with Black Ops 4, adding all that crap back in. So it pretty much pisses me off because I like the franchise, but the multiplayer is very frustrating for me, okay? So there you go. Ace cheered. He says, happy holidays, Phil. The WWE simulations yesterday were a lot of fun. Thank you and have a good one. Thank you, Ace. Alexander Rossi cheered. He says, I thought you said drinking is bad for your medical condition. Flare up. Well, indeed. Excessive drinking in combined, with other things. For example, eating red meat, eating other things that are considered very acidic, is not good for my medical condition. That is correct. However, doing it for one day is not a big deal. It would be one thing if I was doing this every day. If I could, every day I'm going to be drinking beer all day on stream. Probably a bad idea. But for one day a year, it's totally cool. By the way, last year I did exactly the same thing. Had 0 issues afterward. So, there you go. Antichrist Superstar cheered. He said, I noticed more and more streams are becoming chill sessions. Used to be all about the rage. What do you think changed about yourself? Do you think chill streams will eventually become 100% of the content? It's a few things. Number one, those streams that used to be rage, or it's all about rage. It wasn't like I intended that. I never said, this is the rage fest. You know what I mean? There was one exception this summer when I actually did a rageathon. That was the purpose of that event. Outside of that, I've never really done, this is meant to piss me off. I've never done that. The things that piss me off genuinely piss me off. Usually fighting game streams piss me off, okay? But, yeah, what I've noticed is, as I've become more of an interactive streamer these past year and a half to 2 years, it seems to me that you guys and gals seem to enjoy it a lot more when we're having a relaxing time. When I'm able to play a game that's not super duper intense. And it's a game where I can kind of play the game but also interact with you, maybe even learn about the game by talking and interacting with all of you. And then we have a fun interaction time. You know, Minecraft is the perfect example of this, although there have been many other games. For example, all the Battle Royale games that I played over the last year. The games are so light on gameplay. There's so much running around and looting in those games. It gives me a ton of time to just relax and kind of talk with you guys. Yes, when I get to the firefights, those can be very intense. Outside of that, just chilling with you and talking with all of you during the streams is a lot of fun, right? So, yeah, what I found is that even though I do still enjoy playing games that have a lot of rage-inducing gameplay moments, in particular fighting games with really bad internet connections, you know, or games, let's be honest, games like Dark Souls and stuff, where there's a lot of cheap deaths and stuff. At the same time, games that are more relaxing, I think you guys really enjoy. And I enjoy. So it's a good balance. You know, before I was an interactive streamer, those games were basically a non-event for me. I wouldn't play Minecraft. I wouldn't play a Battle Royale game. I wouldn't play Stardew Valley. I wouldn't play any game. Where really it's more about interacting, because I wasn't interacting. It was just me playing. And just me playing Minecraft by myself, talking to myself constantly, is probably one of the most boring things you could possibly watch. Right? Versus, you know, me talking with you as an audience and interacting with you and having that connection makes those gameplay streams a lot more entertaining. And I'll be honest, I didn't get it. You know, previously, you know, I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that interaction. I didn't understand any of that. And I talked shit about it. And, you know, just like everything, you know, when I first started on YouTube, I talked shit about Minecraft. I talked shit about live streamers. I talked shit about this and that. Then I went to direct capture and abandoned using my camera. And I said, wow, using direct capture is a major step. I don't know why I never did this. And then I talked shit about people who were live streaming and interacting and stuff like that. And then I started doing it. I was like, wow, it's really good. So it's a learning process. And if anything, you know, over the years here, I'm becoming a person much more open to suggestion and improvement. And I mean, 2 years ago, if you had told me that Phil would be a 100% live streamer, I probably would have yelled at you and said, how dare you? I would never leave YouTube and blah, blah, blah. But then all the crap that's happened in the past 2 years, right? Basically, YouTube becoming almost anti-content creator in a lot of ways, and only promoting the filth that they do and becoming a toxic place. You know, at this point, I have to say I'm actually happy that I am doing this the way that I am at this point. And I do like the chill stuff. In fact, I'd say, you know, adding on the chill streams as something that I do as ongoing has been so much better than the way it used to be. On YouTube, having to constantly put out an entertaining video that by itself in its own encased existence on YouTube has to entertain every single person who watches it, versus this is just an archive of a really fun stream that I did. It's a lot different, and I love it. I love being here with you, guys and gals, every day. I do, you know. And I'm growing, and I'm constantly learning and changing for the better, I feel. Okay? Okay. Hardy Buck cheered. He said, someone in the chat is wondering, can they stay at your house? No, they cannot. Timbo Slice cheered. He said, I just got a Switch, and I'm toured on Smash. If I'm not a typical fighting game gamer, would I enjoy Smash Brothers, or should I not buy it? Smash Brothers is not your typical fighting game. Smash Brothers doesn't really play like your typical fighting game. Even though it's played on a 2D plane, it's considered an arena-style party game versus a 2D one-on-one game. And there's chaos in these matches, you know. Even though you can change the rules to kind of be a more serious one-on-one experience, in general, I would say the game does not play like a serious competitive fighting game. It's a lot of fun with the insane amount of characters in the game and a lot of variety of content and combat because of the different characters you can play and their play styles, plus, you know, has a lot of offline plus online content. So I would say yes. I would say Smash Brothers Ultimate is a must-buy for the Switch. Okay? Hardy Buck Cheers says, I see Liberty City Stories in your menu. Good memories. When was the last time you used your PS3? When I played God Hand in the summer. It was when I played God Hand in the summer. and this was part of my Rageathon, okay? So here we go. So since August, now it's December. Time to boot up the PS3 again, right? Yeah, because it was, if I remember, I played God Hand, and also I finished Persona 3. So that was the 2 times in the summer that I actually played my PS3. Hardy Buck Shoot Again, I'm waiting for the God of War 2 playthrough, hopefully one day. Yeah, you know, I own the rights to the digital version of the God of War HD trilogy that they released years ago. And I think I played God of War 1, but I never played God of War 2. If anyone actually ever wanted to see me do God of War 2, I certainly would be willing to do it. But I remember when I played God of War 1, most people were bored. We're like, wow, this sucks. And I was like, well, you know, I never played it. It's something that I'm interested in playing because I never did it. And, you know, people wanted to see me play it. That's why I started. And within a session, people were bored and didn't want me to do it anymore. So, you know, I guess we'll see. People ask for different things at different times. Maybe it's something I'll consider for the future. Okay. All right. Steel Ship cheered another 100 bits. Thank you very much, Steel Ship, for your contribution. Not only are you the top cheerer, but obviously, you know, this helps out even more. Antichrist Superstar says, killing time for January sounds wrong. I hope that it doesn't mean that you won't care about what you're going to play. Put effort into making streams great, even if the month doesn't have many new releases. Yeah, I mean, killing time probably isn't the right terminology. What I mean is, there's not a lot of new releases in January. There almost never is. I can barely remember a January that was chock full of new releases to keep us busy, right? January is typically the month where I end up doing some downtime events. And I'm not sure what they'll be this year. I know there's only one real major game in January. In the middle of the month, it's called Ace Combat. It's a flying game, Ace Combat 7, I think. And I don't know if anyone wants to see me do a jet flying game. You know what I mean? Like, it's so different from what I would do. And I'm certainly not going to be good at it. It may be too frustrating for me. I don't know. So I don't know if I would play it or not. Outside of that, I don't really think there's much else going on in January for games. So until the end of the month, when we've got Resident Evil 2's remaster / you know, completely remade, and Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm going to need stuff to do. And the thing is, I've kind of got the night streams down. Like, I could alternate between Street Fighter 5, Minecraft, Call of Duty, Black Ops 4 Blackout, maybe some Black Ops 4 multiplayer, Smash Brothers multiplayer. I've kind of got the nighttime streams settled. I have enough content to take care for those nighttime streams. My problem is, what am I going to do during the daytime? What's going to be the main meat of my main gameplay streams? And right now, I honestly don't know. You know? I just don't know what I'm going to do for those main gameplay streams because there's really nothing. I mean, it seems like it's a chock ripe time to do a full playthrough of something interesting, but what? You know, I don't know. I don't know. So, I mean, willing to listen to your suggestions for sure. Okay. Oh, then Antichrist Superstar cheers. Why not set up a tips goal on stream? It would make things very clear cut. I think a lot of people are so caught with their own lives that we can't really keep up with the life of someone on the internet and how you're closer we should the goal. All right. I'm going to be very honest again. People don't seem to listen to when I say stuff because I've said this a million times and people don't listen to me, all right? Number one, I gave a rough estimate of what I'm going to owe for taxes in 2019. I already gave the rough estimate, all right? That's a rough estimate based on what my accountant / tax attorney told me I would have need to pay over the course of this year in quarterly payments, okay? However, what you need to understand is that estimate has 2 contingencies. The first estimate is that they're assuming that the money I make this year is exactly the same as the money I made last year. The second contingency is assuming that I made those payments on time. Well, guess what? I can tell you guys 2 things. Number one, I made different amount of money this year than I did last year. How much? I have no idea. I won't know that until I do my taxes. Until I actually sit down and I look at income versus expenses and I do that number crunch, which I'm going to be doing probably in February, okay? I have no idea what I made in 2018 yet. There's no way I could figure this out yet, okay? I could guess, but I could be totally wrong. That's number one. Number two, I didn't make the quarterly payments this year. I didn't have any money to do it. So that means there's going to be interest, there's going to be fees, there's going to be all kinds of stuff that accumulated over the course of this year that are going to make what I owe to the government even more because I didn't do my quarterly payments. So when I give you guys a ballpark figure of kind of what I'm going to owe next year, that's exactly what it is. And by the way, That's kind of what I said on Thanksgiving when I first revealed this whole issue. Okay? That's exactly what I said. But people want to just make, oh, well, that's all Phil owes, and that's exactly right, and Phil should have a countdown on his streams of how much he's raised towards it. No. Number one, that number could be wrong. And then how dishonest would it be for me to say, this is what I owe, and then we raise it, and it's not enough, and I'm like, you know, that's not right. That's messed up. That would be irresponsible of me, and I wouldn't want to do that, you know? But what it is, the people who want this are people who basically want to say, look at how much money Phil raised. It's the people who are jealous. It's the people who want to detract. It's the people who want to take away from the streams. Having a running tally of what's being raised takes away from the fun interactivity of why you guys are here on the streams to begin with. I don't want the entirety of today's holiday stream, which is supposed to be me playing games and having fun and drinking and interacting with you guys in a holiday setting, to be about, oh, here's what we're raising towards a goal. It's bullshit. You know what I mean? That's bullshit. And they just want to distract from us having fun. And that's why I'm not going to do that. I'm just not. I'm not going to fall for the bullshit. Having a running tally on a phantom total that may or may not even be correct is not a good idea. I'm not dumb enough to think that, okay? So, no, I'm not going to do things. Here's what they really want to do. They want me to set up a goal on stream, then we raise it, but then I find out it wasn't the correct goal. Oh, you see, Phil lied. Now he took those money and he embezzled that money. He's going on a vacation, or he's flying to Tahiti, or he bought a boat, or he has a fucking metal golden statue in his house of himself, or, you know, all kind of stupid shit. Like that idiot on stream who says don't ever give Phil any contributions because he eats fast food. This is the mentality of the common person who doesn't like me, okay? But you see my point? That's why I'm not going to do it. I refuse. It doesn't make sense, all right? If you guys want to contribute, I'm incredibly appreciative, all right? It helps me out tremendously. This month in particular, like I've already mentioned, I'm strapped. If you tip me in the next few days, it would help me tremendously. But I'm not expecting anything. Anything that I get, I'm incredibly grateful for. I'm not going to have a running total of things here that becomes what the stream's about, like a fundraiser. We're not doing that. This is supposed to be a holiday gaming stream, all right? So I'm not going to fall for their bullshit, and I'm not going to turn it into that, because that's what they want. They want me to seem like a negative guy and a jerk who's here all about money and all about shit, and I'm not. You know, once the stream starts with gameplay, I'm not going to be talking about that anymore. I'm only bringing it up now because these are people who are asking about it on pre-stream, okay? Okay. Shout out to Princess Tweety, who did 100-bit cheers at H1Z1 Hype. Yes, in fact, it was Princess Tweety who had nominated H1Z1 to be played today, and it's one of the major reasons why it's being played. So there you go. Tana Mouter did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you, Tana Mouter. Android Cheers says, I think the best way to combat trolls is to try and be completely transparent with the tax goal. You have updates on how much you've raised so far and how much more you need. It takes away ammunition from the trolls. I've just explained the whole situation, Android. There's no way that I could explain the situation because I don't know what I owe yet. I won't know what I owe until next year. There's no way I can even know until the taxes are done in February. Actually, that's not even true. The taxes won't be done until April. I'll have my information done in February to give to the tax attorney. He'll do his work and then tell me in April what I owe. But that doesn't change the fact that I need to raise the money by then. You see what I mean? I actually have to raise an unknown amount of money for by April. So all I can do is base it off of estimates, okay? And I can tell you right now, I am not even close to even raising enough to hit the estimate of what I thought that I owed. So there you go. Tina Mouter, already did your shout out. Someone gifted a sub to Android X. Congrats, Android X. Gee, Mr. Dollop was being completely negative in stream chat and insulting. Now tips me $1 and says sorry. Well, maybe you should have thought about that before you were doing insulting stuff in the stream chat. And, you know, if you get unbanned here, you better behave. You know, I'm just saying, you know, we're not going to have that kind of behavior. All right. Okay. Let's see. Freddie Ballsy did a 100-bit cheer. He says, I love 1v1 in Smash. Why don't you like it? It seems your fans like it too. Because I don't feel that Smash is a balanced fighting game. You know, most fighting games, they at least make an effort to balance the characters to the point where, even if you're a ranged character with fireballs and you're fighting someone who is weak against fireballs, there's still a chance. I feel that in Smash, the game was not balanced. Every character is very different, and it's meant to be a game where there's a wide variety of combat and gameplay, and it's not necessarily focused on a 1v1 atmosphere. It's just not. It wasn't meant to be a 2D playing 1v1 game. I'm certainly not saying that there aren't people, okay, who have found ways to make the game competitive in that way. If you change the rule set, if you find certain matchups, it could be a fun 1v1 game. But it's not for me. You know, it's not. I'm not going to sit here and learn the ins and outs of 72 different characters to learn 1v1 matchups. It's just not going to happen. For me, it's a fun party game that maybe I'll take a little bit more seriously than that and try to learn some stuff about. But I'm not going to go crazy here and try to learn a game like this competitively. It's just going to take too much time and effort. And honestly, when you get super serious about a game like this, it takes away from the fun factor of it, in my opinion. So that's why I don't want to do that, okay? Take a Glow did 100-bit cheer. He says, I think Ace Combat 7 would be pretty chill. Sort of like when you played Forza. I don't know. Forza was just driving around doing random challenges and races. Ace Combat is probably going to be pretty tough, like really tough aerial missions. If you guys don't know, I think I played a game called Top Gun, and I think I may have played an Ace Combat in the past, and they were pretty intense, challenging games. Of course, this was a long time ago, but still, like, I remember these games really challenging me, and I don't know if it's going to make sense for me to try to take on a game like that, and I don't know. It's up to you guys. Ultimately, I will listen to your input, okay? I would definitely listen to your input. Is this something you're interested in seeing me play? I would consider doing it. But I don't know if it's something that would translate into something good. It's up to you guys, really, ultimately. All right. Let's see. I hate Yaz. I guess I hate Yaz. Has subscribed to the channel. Thank you. I hate Yaz. Antichrist Superstar did a 50-bit cheer. He says, a while back, a lot of people were suggesting you played Carmageddon 1. Have you made a financial decision on that game? Oh, final decision on that game. Excuse me. Not really, because first of all, Carmageddon I don't think is on any console. I'd have to play some kind of a PC version of it, and the game is very old. And by the way, there has been no mass group of people asking me for, have not been a big group of people asking me, for Carmageddon. So, probably not a consideration at this time. Android cheered. He says, Phil, I cheered before. You explained everything with the previous cheer. I understand that it can be used to hurt you. Kind of a rock and a hard place situation. I wish Merry Christmas to you and Kat, in case I don't make it tomorrow. Well, thank you, Android. Appreciate that. Hey, my new guy tipped me $1, and he says, unban me. I got banned asking about game mode difficulty. I don't even know what you're saying. If you want to get unbanned, tipping me during a live stream is not the way to do it. You can contact me via darksidephil@hotmail.com. You can contact any moderator, and we'll look into it and see if we're going to unban you. All right? Doing it this way is not the way to do it. Ace A cheered and said, I'm only buying Ace Combat because it has a PSVR support. It would be really cool. Interesting, but I would not be doing that. It'd probably make me nauseous as hell. And Santa's Butt, which I'll be drinking today, by the way. I will be drinking the Santa's Butt brew later today. Tipped me $2.22. And says, trolls don't realize you've improved all your streams a lot this year, and they wanted to rail the stream with negative shit. Your interaction got better. You do fan service like DSP tries it. Matter of fact, as we speak, you're drinking my buttocks right now. Actually, I'm not yet. I'm drinking eggnog, but maybe... Would you guys like to see me... Would you guys like to see me drink that first? Would you guys like to see me drink Santa's Butt first as the first thing I drink? Just to see what the hell it is? Because I didn't drink it last year. It's actually been sitting in my fridge for a whole year. A year! Oh my god. People want to see it. Well, I guess, hold on. Let me get Santa's Butt up on the leaderboard. Because that's the top tip of the day. So far. As they say, the day is young. We got a long, fun day of gaming streaming ahead of us, guys. So no worries there. Then we got a detractor meme who tried to cheer, and I'm not going to read the message because it's a detractor meme and they think I'm stupid. Antichrist Superstar this year said, when a game's a mixed bag, does that make the game, a stream of that game, a mixed bag as well? Well, no, because people don't necessarily turn into my streams just for the game. They tune in to see my reaction to the game. They tune in to hang out and talk with me as well. This is one of the main attractions and features of live streaming versus doing on-demand videos on YouTube is the interactive feature. So if you just like Phil, you want to tune into whatever Phil's doing today, you really don't care what he's playing. That doesn't matter what game I'm playing, if it's a mixed bag or not, right? Now, I'll be honest, there are some streams that end up being pretty crappy because the game's crappy. And I end up being upset or bored. And then you guys end up being upset or bored, right? It happens. But in general, these days, streams go well as long as we have a good time. It doesn't really matter what game I'm playing. And that's a good thing, right? AZ cheered and said, this is just an idea. You can have a scheduled genre for each night. FPS Mondays, fighting game Tuesdays, RPG Wednesdays. I mean, I've thought about that. I've thought about that. But, really, ideally, excuse me. Ideally, what I like the ability to do is to change things on the fly. Because there's been times when I thought I had a whole week planned out perfectly. With, oh, this will be great. I'll do this on this day, this on that. Then something falls through. A game's not available, or a game ends up being way shorter than we all thought it was going to be, right? Or something happens and now I can't do a stream. I like the flexibility to be able to adjust on the fly what I'm doing and still put out an entertaining stream. Versus if I had a set schedule, I have to play fighting games on Wednesday. I have to do an FPS on Friday. It could basically make things too not static. What's the word I'm looking for? Basically, too much the same, and now you're locked into this thing that becomes so official and so professional, and so you have to do it this way that people end up being disappointed if something goes wrong. Okay, I like having a more flexible, fluid schedule where on the fly, if I need to change something, I can. Perfect example. I was thinking about I was going to do Deltarune today. I'm not. I'm just going to play it this weekend as a full stream. Makes more sense. People will be more pleased seeing me play Deltarune and focus on it and not be distracted by drinking and the like and doing other stuff versus doing it today as only an hour and a half, not getting too far in the game, not being focused because I'm interacting with you guys and drinking. You see what I mean? It'd be a lot different, okay? However, Asa, being that it is 2018 and I'm a different kind of person now, I am going to take your suggestion into consideration and moving forward, see if maybe this is something that people would like and maybe will make sense. Right now, I don't really think it does. I'm not saying it won't in the future. I'm not going to be a closed-minded jerk and say, oh, this suggestion that I don't think works now will never work, and therefore I will never change and never improve. I'm not going to do that anymore. Okay? All right, Android cheered again and said, I want to spread holiday cheer and also thank the mods of the chat, like DSP Post Counter, Swaggins, and Kekken, and others who dedicate so much of their time to make this a fun stream. So there you go. Thank you to our mod staff. I don't think we ever really give enough credit to the mod staff. These are guys and gals who come by of their own free will. They volunteer to help. They swing by when they can. They help when they can. And even though, they can't be here full time, they're not paid to do so because they can't get paid. They're volunteers. I think they do a good job. You have to understand that my streams sadly get trolled a hell of a lot more than a lot of other people's streams. And they got to put up with a lot of shit. But I think they do a really good job. And I want to say, special shout out and thanks to my mod staff today. Especially anyone who's here today. I know DSP Post Counter, Swaggins, Kekken, Popsicolo I saw in the background there. And, a few other people who may be swinging by today. I do want to give much props and credit for the great work that they have done all this year. Because, man, this was a heck of a year. Man, the trolls really tried to just constantly make stupid, dramatic shit up that nobody in this stream gave a fuck about. Quite frankly. And they constantly tried to come in here and bombard us with nonsense. And the mods did a really great job. Okay? So thank you very much for all of your support to the moderator staff. And, of course, to the viewers as well. Who understand that the moderator staff are doing the best that they can with the amount of nonsense that we get in this stream. Okay? Very nice. Alrighty then. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just finished my eggnog, which is kind of what I was trying to do before I started with gameplay. Because what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to head downstairs and grab a beer. And then we're going to start with God Hand. Okay? So the question is, folks, out of all the beers that I have, what would you like to see first? I'll give you some options. I know I have a cranberry flavored one. I think it's like reindeer beer. I have one that's like hazelnut chocolate. I have, obviously, as I told you, the Santa's Butt beer from last year. I have a Bad Santa Brew beer. And a few others. Out of those, what would you like to see first? What would you like to see me try? Let's see what people have to say here. A lot of people are saying Santa's Butt. Golden Cold says Bad Santa. Derek says Reindeer Beer. The one with the highest alcohol content? See, I don't know the answer to that. I'll tell you as I'm trying them. I'll let you know what the alcohol content is. But I don't know what the alcohol content is in each one individually. Chocolate. Yeah, that chocolate one should be good. Hazelnut chocolate. I think it's a blend of two different beers. Most people are saying Santa's Butt. All right, here's what we're going to do. Let's take about a 5-minute break. Let me run downstairs. I'll grab a beer. I'm going to use the bathroom before we start here. And then we'll get started. It'll be God Hand to start. I'll be drinking Santa's Butt while I play God Hand. We'll interact. We'll have some fun. And I'm probably not going to remember how to play this damn game, just being honest here. I'm really not. And then after that, we'll figure out what you guys want to see next. I think I'm going to save Street Fighter V for a little later, but you'll be able to decide between H1Z1 or Home Alone 2 next, after God Hand. We'll see, okay? Andy Christ Superstar says, let cat pump hard liquor through a funnel directly into your throat. I don't think that would be a good idea. I'd actually like to survive today. See, last year's people gave me shit. They were like, Phil, this is supposed to be drunk side Phil, and you weren't drunk enough. I was like, guys, first of all, I got so buzzed, I couldn't even play the game where I was mopping as the elf. I couldn't even do it anymore. I was so buzzed, I couldn't even figure out how to do it anymore. I was like losing my mind, about to pass out. Number two, do you want me to go to the fucking hospital? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's supposed to be a fun, festive holiday stream. Let's see if Phil gets so drunk that the paramedics have to come and pump his stomach. Yeah, this sounds like a great idea. No, we're not doing that, okay? We're not doing that. Okay, so let's take about a 5 to 10 minute break here, guys. Everyone, I recommend you go get a drink or a snack, because we're going to start with actual gameplay just around the corner. Thanks for a fun pre-stream here. And, oh, hold on. Arctic Surface just cheered, said, are you completely close to playing Yakuza Kiwami 2 in the future? No, I'm not. You know, Yakuza Kiwami 1 was just a game that sadly came out at a really bad time. I knew there wasn't going to be enough time to finish it before the new releases came, and by the time that the new releases were done, there was other stuff people wanted to see, and then Yakuza 0. It was just a really bad timing. If there was a chance to do Yakuza Kiwami 2, I would do it, but I think, honestly, I'd rather just focus on new Yakuza games rather than playing these old remakes. And, you know, just look at the situation with Fist of the North Star. I finally go to play one, and then I get screwed over, and now I could finish it, but who really cares at this point? It's been 2 months, right? So, we'll see in the future. But no, I'm not doing Yakuza Kiwami 2 anytime soon, okay? Alright, guys. Quick break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. God Hand and Santa's Butt. Alright, I'll be back. Thanks, everybody.